Hi everyone, it's Leanne Jogo back again with the September art sampler box. And this is really cool, like there's some really cool products in here that I haven't not used before. I don't think I've used anything except for maybe that big pit pen. So yeah. So I'm going to go through and I thought of a couple of ways to use the markers. So I'm going to use the Bria Reese dual tip pens, and I've got my gel plate out here, and I'm just going to paint, I suppose you could say, with the thicker brush part on there. Then I just put some alcohol, rubbing alcohol on there, icicle I think it's called, and then braid it out and then do a print of that. So I'm just going to experiment with this. So again, just a little splash of the alcohol inks, and I didn't brayer it this time, I've just picked it up and you can see the difference there. And then just using the Spectrum Nor, the tri-beam markers. Now they're pretty cool because they've got the 3 different shades of the one colour and the one pen, which is really handy. Sorry. And then I just got some white paint, braided on, except my white paint's obviously not the best, it just sort of went bleh. But anyway, this is just experimenting, so I know what I'm doing, or well, an idea of what we can do with these markers, because I'm not a stamper and then colour them in type person, so I don't have any of these markers. It's not something that I've got before. So I thought I'd done it with a gel plate. Now, not everyone has a gel plate, but most people will have a stamping block. So I wanted to see what it would do on a stamping block. So the black that you can see is on the other side. I did clean it first. So I've done the same thing with just spreading some on and then doing a print off of it. And I reckon that looks probably better than a gel plate. So I'm going to do that for my tag. So just getting my 3 colours out there, sprinkling it on, and then I just moved it around a little bit to try and get a bit fuller coverage, I guess is the word. It's probably not the correct English, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to actually do 2 videos in this process. So this is part 1. I'll probably do actually 3 parts. This is part 1. So I'm going to use the tag. So basically I'm going to use the tag and I'm going to put the stamp, the little girl stamp on there. And she is totally different from what I usually use. I forgot when I was first doing this, I thought, hang on, I got some inks with this. So I've got the FW ink and the Kaiser Mist as well. So I've got that, it's a Brusho Wax Resist stick. Now that is really cool. I mean, have a look at how that comes up. And I honestly, clearly everything wasn't happening yesterday for me. So I did some more of the back, that was just with the Kaiser spray, which is a really nice turquoise colour, which is, turquoise is my jam. So I'm just adding some more colour back in over the top of that. And you can see that's worked really well there. It's resisted in that pink part there as well. And then I'm thinking, okay, so I've got this little piece of background here that I used before, so I'm going to stamp my girl on that, so then I don't have to colour it in because it's not what I do. And I'm pretty sure you can take courses on how to colour these stamps in properly, but as you'll see I clearly have no idea. But anyway, so I thought that'd be cool just to have a little bit of colour from that background piece that we did before. So I'll just fussy cut her out. Like, she is pretty cool, I'll give her that. Like, I do like the image, but it's probably not really me. But in saying that, it is a good handy little stamp to have around. Be great for cards, birthday cards, even on your scrapbook page to add a little bit of a pop of a girl in there. That'd be pretty cool because she's got a little bit of attitude and a bit of sass about her. And then this is where I think, what did I do that for? But I did it, and it was just with some crackle paste, and I just used my finger to rub it on lightly, and I've covered up all that awesomeness that was underneath it. I think I thought that it was that the girl would get lost if I didn't do it, was what my original thinking was. And then I go away and I stitch around the edge because stitching is my jam. Then I just water down, spray some water onto the page, and then just sort of splash some of this ink around the FW acrylic ink. It's really cool. I actually really liked it. I haven't used that brand before, and I've seen a lot of people use it, so it was good to get it. So I think that might be something that I'll have to invest in the future in. So then I just dry it up, and then I go about layering the girl up. So I decide to add a little bit more colour into her hair, and then I didn't stop because then I add some into the dress. Then I put a little bit of pink onto her cheeks and on her shoes and the garter belt that she's wearing. So you'll see in the close-up that this colouring's not really my jam. I think I should try it a bit more because they are pretty cool markers. I must admit that one is really cool. I like how the 3 different colours are in it, so you don't have to buy 3 different pens because they're all at once and you've got the same sort of shading or tone, sorry. So now I'm just going to layer this girl up. So I'm just getting out some thread, and then you know how I like to recycle my baby wipes, so I'm going to add them for the background, so you'll see that in a second. So it's just playing with it there, and then I've got that little light bluey aqua colour and then a darker blue, and then I'll just go and stitch those together. Now hindsight for this is that I probably should have thought about her a bit more when I'm layering her, because it probably should have been down towards the bottom of the page a bit more. But anyway, it's still pretty cool. So then I just stick the little girl on there, add a little title, and then I'm thinking go around the edge with some black. Notice that I didn't use a stippler or pencil, which is unusual for me. So it's not as grungy as what I probably would usually go for. Then I've just got another piece of baby wipe there just to add for the taggy bit. Again, just running it through the sewing machine just to make it a bit nicer. I'm popping it on, and there we have it. So yeah, I'm going to actually, I've done a set of ATCs as well with the backgrounds, and I'll do another background as well. So thank you so much for watching. See ya!